it's your lovely Abbie Dagrin, and welcome back to my channel, lovelies. Today I'll be continuing a series on my channel that deals with natal chart analysis, and today I'll be doing one on the wonderful Sheryl Lee Ralph. I'll be speaking on her personality traits, her characteristic traits. I'll be speaking on how a lot of her placements have led to her success, and also how it leads to her personality. So please stay tuned for the rest of my video. If you have not yet become part of the Abbie Dagrin family, then this is your calling to do so. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you know when I upload videos on the daily. Please also make sure that you hit that like button because I know you guys will love this video. And last but not least, please make sure you're sharing this video with everyone you know, whether it's your friends, your family members, your enemies, or anyone who really likes this content or Sheryl Lee Ralph. Now let's get right into the video. So Sheryl Lee Ralph was born on November 30th, 1956. So this automatically qualifies her to be a Capricorn. So she's someone who is very much grounded and she's very much practical in her life. She's someone who's very patient, resolute, and is always looking for the next level to achieve. And you can see this because you can see she's always working, and from a young age she's always been in movies and she's always been working in her life, and nothing really made her give up on life. She made sure she accomplished things, and she just knew that she could achieve anything that she put her heart into. And that's something that really is a stronghold for Capricorn suns, because even though they can be serious and mature, it does come from dealing with things at a young age, but they are the types of people who will make sure they accomplish any dream, and Sheryl has been able to do that. Up next would be her Sagittarius moon. So this placement, she is someone who's usually very positive, and she's very much a free type of person, and she's someone who loves to be in the outdoors. She's someone who is like a happy-go-lucky type of person. She's very active, she loves activities, and she's someone who's just very cool to be around. She's someone who's very energetic. Makes sense because it is a fire sign. She's very carefree in nature and she loves to explore the world. She's someone who is very energetic, very much optimistic, very positive. That's what gives them a lot of hope and strength. She's someone who has a good sense of humor. She's very honest, which she is because she's always speaking her truth. She's someone who's very carefree, very open-minded. She has a go-getter attitude, which has really helped her in her career. And she's someone who's very friendly. So this describes her in the best way. Up next would be her Mercury in Capricorn, and this is great for her to have her Sun and Mercury in the same placement. She's someone who is very blessed with a strong work ethic, and she has a reliable reputation. She's someone who's very calm and collected when interacting with others, and people feel like they can trust her and depend on her because of this by using her words. She is someone who is going to be very practical in regards to how they speak and how they think. Anything that they speak really makes sense. Anything that they think in their mind makes sense. They do have a reserved expression as to how they speak. They have calculated reasonings, and they are someone who is very traditional. So they do like education, they love learning, they love doing the simplest of the simplest things. They are the types of people who have efficient words, and they do have a serious opinion, so they're going to share their opinions, and it's usually serious. Up next would be her Venus in Sagittarius. This is a cool placement to have. They are the types of people who have a lot of fun in relationships. They're not the type of committed type of person, but they're not single. They are the types of people who just love to have fun. They're the types of people who want to be in a relationship, like I described in my Venus in Sagittarius video, who just so happen to be there. But they're friends, but there is not commitment, but there is commitment, but we don't need to speak on the commitment. So that's the type of person she is. She's very liberal and open-minded. She's very knowledgeable, and she wants someone like that as well. She's very adventurous, energetic, and optimistic. She is someone who is honest to the core. She's attracted to different peoples and different cultures. She is the type of person who loves to have fun. She does not want a dull moment in her life. They love to share their ideas with others, and it's a cool placement to have. Next up would be her Mars in Aries, and this is a great placement for her to have because Mars is ruled in Aries. So she's someone who is very confident, very driven, and very action-oriented, and it's finding it tough to stand still for too long. This is something that is very great for her because it really does explain as to why she's been able to garner a lot of her success. She has a lot of cardinal energy in her chart, so she's able to just keep going regardless of what happens to her. She's someone who has a lot of willpower in herself. She's someone who has initiative, leadership skills, and vitality. Also with this placement, she's very fearless and very determined. She's someone who is very much going to make sure she accomplishes every dream that she has, and she's not going to let anything bring her down. She's quick to act and forge ahead into something new, so sometimes it's great because she can just go on to opportunities. Up next would be her Jupiter in Libra, and with this placement, she's someone who tries her best to trust herself and say what she means. And this can be hard because they're the types of people who want to make sure that everyone is okay, everyone is happy, and that there's a lot of justice and freedom and balancing going on. She's someone who is known for her perception and her clarity and her charm, and that's something that has really helped her. She loves to listen to all sides of a situation to make sure that she gets the correct decision, and this can really benefit her in the long run, because she's been able to make the right decisions throughout her life. So this is a great placement for her. She's someone who's very sociable and unbiased. So being sociable is very great because you can get a lot of opportunities with being sociable and getting to know a lot of people. And that's something that has really benefited her, and she's been able to benefit a lot in life. Next up would be her Saturn in Sagittarius. She's someone who has a serious approach to religion, philosophy, and education. She's someone who believes in hard work and is quite sincere and disciplined. She focuses on her earnings and success, and she's someone who's very quick, smart, and skillful, and knows how to get things done from others. And she's also someone who is very focused on something until she masters it in the best way. So she's not the type of person who's going to just do things in different types of spouts. So Saturn is where your obstacles come, and she is someone who may have had setbacks in life that teach her patience and perseverance, but her strength is that she loves adventure and challenges. So even though she may have had setbacks earlier in life, she has learned a lot of lessons, and she's been able to accomplish everything. Up next would be her Uranus in Leo. So this placement, she's someone which is the opposite of Aquarius and Uranus, which is ruled by, but she values freedom of expression and is likely to love a lot of change in art, drama style. She's someone who wants to bring change, but in a more drastic way. So Aquarius does it in a way that's very covert, but Leos are more open with it. They tend to be highly energetic when it comes to implementing a new idea and seeing it through till the end. They are the types of people who love to look at freedom as self-expression, being able to express themselves. So having freedom for themselves is very important. Sometimes lacking self-discipline is something they need to work on, and that can hinder them from accomplishing their goals. But they're the types of people who do not interfere from traditional authority figures. Up next would be her Neptune in Scorpio. So this is a very mysterious placement, a very magnetic and intense placement. So she's someone who loves to love quickly. She may fall in love very fast, and she's someone who loves to be fascinated with mysteries. She's very intuitive and is great at making friends and family feel like they're in a very mysterious life. They're the types of people who will find pleasure and inspiration from the darkest of places. So in a way, it could be a scary sign for some placements or some people, but for other people, they really get inspiration from the darkest of the darks, and they are able to benefit from what they've been able to learn, and they're very open-minded. They're able to go into different religions, different psychologies, and are able to use that to their benefit and able to just be open-minded in the best way. Up next would be her Pluto in Virgo. So she's been able to gain this placement because she was born between 1957 and 1972. So she's a part of Generation X. She is someone who is about perfection and has a down-to-earth attitude. And you can really see this about her. She does have a down-to-earth attitude. And it does help that she has a lot of earth in her chart. So that makes sense. She is someone who's very hardworking, self-improving. So this is the vibe of Generation X, Pluto and Virgo. They are very much into environmental and technological things. They are the types of people that need to work on having a lot of guilt, because sometimes they feel guilty because they can't help others, because part of this placement, they tend to be the types of people who want to help others in the way that they are in. So if they're in a high status, they want their friends, families to be in there, and sometimes you can't help them in that way. So that's one thing they need to work on. Up next would be her North Node in Scorpio. So this is a very interesting North Node to have, and they will need to, anyone with this placement, including the lovely Sheryl, will need to have a lot of self-discipline, choosing constructive change, releasing whatever causes stagnation and low energy, eliminating non-useful possessions, enjoying things without having to own them, accepting support from others like ideas, money, opportunities, enjoying high-risk situations that make one feel alive, awareness of other psychology, meaning their wants, their needs, their desires, and their motives, openness to partnering, supporting, and merging powers with others, finding her power in her emotions, learning the way of the ego, and flying and soaring and feel the wonders of the world. It's all within her. So this is what she would need to continue to develop. Last but not least would be her Chiron in Aquarius. So with this placement, they tend to denote someone who has a different perspective than the collective. So they may have always felt as though they are always the odd one out, and they may not feel comfortable in large groups because of this, because they always have felt different. They always have been different, and that's something that really has hurt them. And sometimes being different is great, and actually all the time being different is great, because you're able to just show a different perspective. And one of the wounds that they need to heal is being able to speak their truth. So being able to feel what they feel and speak their truth. Don't feel sad, don't feel bad about that. Be 100% honest with themselves, and just know that your voice is very important, and you being in this world is very unique for us. Please let me know how you guys felt about Mrs. Sheryl Ralph's natal chart down below. Did you get to learn more about her as a person, as to how she's been able to gain a lot of the success she's garnered? Please also make sure you guys let me know who else you guys would want me to do a natal chart analysis on down below in the comment section. Please make sure you don't forget to hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, that like button, and that share button so you guys know when I upload videos on the daily. And last but not least, please make sure you are following me on my Pinterest down to my TikTok. Please make sure that you are supporting my PayPal, my podcast, and my store on Etsy. I love you all. Please stay safe and healthy, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, lovelies.